G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 22 of our Hardcore Death Knight achievement run, where this episode is going to be hopefully level 94 and we can put the Krieg Set on, but we're heading up to Fort Ikon and the Tomb of the Archon. So with that in mind, let's chug our potion and let's get running. Now this little section here is usually fairly boring, but yeah, we'll show it anyway. Why not? I did say I was going to show everything in this particular run, so I guess this technically counts as everything, or at least part of everything. Now, hopefully, yep. This is why I love Blitz, and, you know, the other movement skills that are Blitz-like. Now, as you can see here, I am starting to take damage from these things. You know, halfway through Ultimate, before the health bar really starts moving, is a pretty good meter, I guess. I'll take it at least. Shows that the build is at least decently tanky, and okay, this is not the most damaging build you're ever going to play, but it's good enough to kill everything we've found so far, and it's relatively safe. If I could remember to use Warcry more often, it'd be even more safe. So, my favorite little extra area here for the Aether Crystals. Come through here every single time, kill this, and then basically don't fight anything else the whole way through. So we are going all the way to the Astrakhan Valley. I'd say don't fight anything else. I mean, I didn't mean it literally. Having said that, there isn't actually no reason to fight this stuff, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and speed this up a bit. Hopefully I don't find any dead ends. We can kill this guy as well, why not? Let's kill his friends first, just so they don't kind of surround you and death by 1,000 cuts you. Or, you know, me. So all his friends are dead, and he's a regenerator, but it turns out you can't regenerate faster than getting hit in the face with an axe. Okay. Here is the first of the waypoints. Now we just gotta climb over this big fort. And I guess we're gonna kill... Who are you? Calamdris? Okay. Sure, why not? We can kill him. Now, like I said, I'm hoping to get the Krieg Set on today, and then maybe play with it a little bit. In terms of quests, this section is, I won't say it's dry, but it's definitely less dense in terms of, you do a lot of running, and actually not a huge amount of quests get completed. So that's not great. That's definitely not great, especially because I drank an XP pot. Which, I mean, I don't regret it at all, but I would like to be getting more quest XP for my experience potion. But it is what it is. And it's not like I can't just go buy another 20 of them anyway. Alright. That shrine we are going to have to cleanse at some point because I'm already sick of seeing this quest here, I'll be honest. Everybody's dead. Let's go ahead and turn the loot off so we can see what's going on here. And I did get the kind of, I'm not going to call it scary, but the scary health bar actually moved. The scary totem, we'll call it. It's just not standing in the goop. The Wendigo totems are definitely a whole lot scarier than some of the other ones, that's for sure. Did we get anything good? I don't think so. I am looking for pants, and ideally I want pants with, I think, Elemental and Aether to replace those. I have gone through and looked at how my resistance is going to look when I put the Krieg Set on, and in theory, okay, no promises, but in theory, I should have it already sorted out and ready to go. So, hopefully, if I can maths, and by that I mean if Grimtools can maths, then it should be relatively easy. Torn Guard gauntlets. Alright, where's my rift gate? There it is. One thing I can do, and I think I will do it, assuming I don't have to go crafting, is I'm just going to run up here to this devotion shrine and just see what it wants. And if I can activate it, it's a decent chunk of XP, just for walking over here and clicking on the this thing. Nah, okay, I'm not going to go craft it. So, if you happen to have an amber just sitting in your inventory or whatever, then by all means grab that, but I wouldn't recommend going back to town for it. The time you spend going to town and crafting the component, you probably could have made more XP by just running around killing stuff. Okay. Now we fight the Death's Vigil. Now I'm going to pop a potion, not a potion, a portal, a rift gate, just here. And let's just clear the area so I don't have to play with these when I come back. And no summoning, please. So I am planning on coming back because we have to do Fort Ikon, or sorry, the Tomb of what's his face, Tomb of the Archon, I think. Yeah, we got to do the Tomb of the Archon. So leave a rift gate. We'll go get the Fort Ikon portal done. Cutlass, no, but I can pick it up. Turn it into iron bits. Okay. So, the Fort Ikon Riftgate, there should be... how many is it? Is it 2 or 3 waves? Something like that, maybe even 4, who knows. I'm just gonna show up and kill things until it turns purple, you know? Alright. All of the flesh-warped plate mails now that I have no interest at all in them. I think at this point, even if I do find a better piece of gear, I don't think I'm going to bother. We're a level and a half away from having a full purple set. It's just not worth the time, honestly. Who's left? It's Archmage. And I've lost track of the number of waves already, so I'm just going to say it was 3, and I'm right. And hope there isn't another one. Okay, there we go. Oh, nope, 1 left. There we go. That was 3. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to claim it was 3 anyway. This helmet is considerably better than the one we're using, and I don't care. What did I pick up there? Seal of Blight. Add that to the list of things I don't care about. Okay, so come up here, we'll grab these quests, and then ooh, nice chunk of XP, very nice. And then we'll go back and do the Archon's Tomb. I'll just chuck all that in there. I probably don't need to sell all this now, but you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. Might hang on to that just in case. I'm not going to go and swap it over now. But that is a pretty good looking helmet. Celestial of Ruin. So Ruin's going to be the fizz damage and the internal trauma. And then the Celestial, I'm pretty sure is the chaos damage, the light radius, and the elemental damage? There's a question mark in my voice there. Oh, and the cooldown reduction. Anyway, looks decent. It's a level 94 green helmet, so maybe at some point may see some use, probably not, but just in case. Okay, so like I said, we've got a little bit more than a level, and then we get to play with Krieg Set. Now, I will notice a massive jump in damage just from putting that on, because we're going to get something like 100% physical damage from each piece, and at the moment, physical damage is... yeah, so it's going to be about 25% more damage, which is definitely good. Then there's also 2 or 3 procs and an extra skill to use as well. So this is, you know, it's a pretty big deal. let's go ahead and get through here. Is that ancient? That is ancient. Ancient spirit. You know what? I'm not going to risk it because I am really close to getting a huge boost in power. This character is, hang on, 26 hours old. So 26 hours of my life have been put into this character, and I do not want to throw it away one level before. I'm not going to say I become invincible with Krieg Set, but I definitely become a whole lot more durable. That is for sure. So I'm definitely not going to be doing that totem. And you know what? You call me a coward, you're right, you're absolutely right. But you know, he who flees and runs away lives to flee another day. And I'm here to get hardcore achievements, not to convince random people on the internet that I'm not a wimp. I'm a wimp, I'll own it. Absolutely. Write it on a hat, I'll put the hat on. I think if you want to play in hardcore, you're either a wimp or you're dead. Because eventually, those risks you take will catch up to you. So, like I always say, I'm not your dad, you do as you like, but if you end up dead doing something that I told you not to, then don't come complain to me. The other thing is, we're coming up now on the chthonic part of Act 4. So we've got this, and then the Fort Ikon Armory. We will be fighting ethereals. Well, not so much this, but the Fort Ikon Armory, and then up to Necropolis will be ethereals. And then we will be fighting chthonics, and it's time to kind of buckle in, I guess, and find ourselves a new weapon. And at level 94, I would say it is worth probably farming the, let me just check, the Tomb of the Watchers, there we go. It's probably worth farming that area for a really nice one of these. I would say farm it until you get a Barbaric or a Tyrant's, or maybe Officers. But I'd say Tyrants or Barbaric, and I'd probably lean towards Barbaric if you can get it. And then you probably want something like of Celerity or of Ruin on the second affix. If you can get a triple rare, great, amazing. I will be very surprised and extremely happy for you. But I'm not going to suggest farming until you get a triple rare, because there are purple weapons that, even being complete random drops, there are purple weapons that will be easier to get than a triple rare Obsidian Warcleaver. However, there is a little trick we could do if you wanted to take the risk, because the Obsidian Warcleaver is one of the items that is for sale from the merchant in the Bastion of Chaos. And you don't have to complete the Bastion of Chaos to get access to him, so you don't have to fight Shazul. Although having said that, Shazul also has a pretty good two-handed force wave weapon. And put a pin in that thought, I'll come back to it once we've killed Malkadar. So the usual trick, Blitz and Warcry on cooldown. Prioritize Warcry, but do keep Blitz up. And there we go, he's dead. Thanks for your stuff. And give me those ashes. There's our urn. Yes, so you can go and do, it's about half of the Bastion of Chaos. You will have to do the, what do they call them? The Reliquary event, you will have to do that. But you don't have to fight the boss, and then you can just vendor shop a really good one of these. It'll probably take you a couple hours. It's maybe not worth it. Depending on how good your luck is, it could be better or worse than just looking for a good purple weapon. And one of the more common purple weapons is Stonefist Rebuke, which is really, really good. for Force Wave. Now I'm going to go back and turn this Ashes quest in before I forget about it, because I will, because, you know, it's me. I really don't want to log into the next episode, see the quest is incomplete, and then go do it again, because I've definitely done that before. Okay, so we'll turn this in, and this is the last quest I'm getting from these guys. So yes, I have them here. I'm done with this madness, goodbye. Level 93, do not need any more points in Scars of Battle, so I think Blindside is done. What can we get in Necromancer? I could definitely put more points in Mark of Torment. Could put 1 point in Ill Omen and start leveling up the Shifting Sands proc. But I think I'm probably just going to put it into maybe Menia's Will. Or Warcry. Maybe we do Warcry. So increasing it will reduce target's damage even more. We're at 27, 28... Yes. Yes? Yes? What do we get military? No. Alright. I'm going to put it into Warcry. Okay. So we're done here. Let's get out of here. How's our reputation with these guys? Kaiman's idiots. Where are they? Honored. Okay. Kill Chthonians. We're going to do a lot of that. Kill Order of Death's Vigil. Not so much. Realistically, though, I think their augments is like, one of them has 18% fire, one has 18% lightning, and the other one is probably a combination of the two. Anyway, not hugely interested in their augments. So what do I got? Slay Commander Lucius, recover supplies, and eventually I'm going to have to do Rawari Legacy. But not today. Well, yeah, probably not today. Okay, into the Fort Ikon Armory. Now, Commander Lucius on Elite is dangerous. On Normal, he's a bit of a walkover. On Elite, I'd say he's dangerous, but you can probably kill him before anything too bad happens. On Ultimate, I have enough... No, actually, you know what? I do not have enough Aether resistance. I'm pretty sure, well actually I know, he shreds Aether resistance. And I know that his Meteor does a ton of Aether damage. So, I'm just going to just make sure that he can't actually shred my resistances enough to threaten to kill me in one hit with his Meteor. Now, if I get unlucky and I get shotgunned by his Meteor, it could happen anyway. So, the best defense is to just not get hit. So I will be trying to dodge his Meteors. Actually, let's use this now. There's a lot of Aether damage in here from the Ethereals. There we go. Yeah, so the best defense is to not get hit. The second best defense is really good armor and really good resistances, so that's what I'm going to go for. Level 19 Maul. Okay. I think we can probably just walk through here like we own the place, honestly. Coming up on level 94. I think the in the original game, they were probably expecting you to be around level 80 to 82-ish by the time you got here. So we're decently ahead of the curve. Does this let me just skip a whole bunch of stuff? Resistant of Ruin. Only level 90. That is actually some pretty good resistances on it though. Yes, does look like this will let me skip a decent amount. Okay, Bone Shatter Treads. Now, we are using Krieg Set, and Krieg Set does come with boots. However, these are actually semi-decent for a non-Krieg's build. So if we end up doing Warborn, which would be the physical set for Soldier, or one of them, could be worth hanging on to those. They are level 94, so I will keep those for now. I'm going to collect parts for, well, I've already done the Aether build, so I'm not going to collect parts for the Aether build, but I will collect parts for a Vitality build, for a physical build, and probably for a hybrid pet build as well, which, I mean, I don't know if anyone's actually interested in seeing the hybrid pet build, but it's the one I'm interested in. Okay, did I drink the potion? I did. Let's just kill this guy. See how much he shreds. 16. It's actually not too bad. So next thing should be the Meteor. And there he goes. So realistically, the only massive danger from him is you stand in the goop after he dies, or you get shotgunned by those meteors, and you absolutely can get shotgunned by the meteors, so try to dodge it. Okay, that's the end of our good friend Lucius. He didn't drop his weapon by the looks of it, which is not really surprising, but would have been nice to show it. So he has a two-handed weapon, does Aether-based damage, and has that meteor, basically, as a proc for it. It's pretty cool. I've never made a build with it, but it's, you know, pretty fun. Could maybe do Aether-based Force Wave. I don't know how good it'd be, but it might work. Alright, let's blow this up. Then, how are we going to do this? What gives us beasts, quests, and bounties? You know what? Hang on, am I going to do that? Black Legion. Yeah, I am. Okay. Normally I say you should always return the supplies to the Black Legion, because getting Black Legion reputation is much better, and that is true. However, I'm about to do a whole bunch of quests for the Black Legion, so I will take my minus 250 Black Legion rep, and yeah, I'm gonna get that back pretty much straight away when I talk to them about Lucius here. So I should be able to tell good old Inquisitor Krieg here that I will head to the Necropolis. There's my Black Legion rep back up to Revered. And now the fun part. Well, I mean the whole game's the fun part, really. Let's be honest. So we're just gonna pretend you didn't see that second tab there, and I'm gonna keep those boots. Okay. I think these resistances should be okay, but not great for now. I think Aether and Pierce are the only ones I'm actually worried about. So I think I'm going to keep these Aether pots, and I'll probably drink one at some point. This quest here, from Spellbreaker Moira, we don't do that. She's going to send you down here into the Immolation, and you see all that green on the map? That's all Aether fire all over the floor. I'm actually very surprised that I've never died in there, but I've only been in there 3 times, and I am not going back. Okay. Things to note about this area. There is one portal to Hell, which we will be going into later, but I'm not going into now. It's part of the restoring the shrine from Loghorrean. So I'm not going in there now, because I choose life. And the other thing to note about this area is Locksmere. Now, we're going to go play with Locksmere. The way you find Locksmere is you just hug the right side and wait for your face to explode. Now, on any other character, I would be very worried about fighting Locksmere. On this character, not so much. Because she gets talked up, or he, whatever it is, gets talked up because, well, I mean, it's 100% deserved. You'll see when she comes on the screen, she'll basically blitz over to us, strip all our buffs off, and she does a ton of damage. Let's see if I can... Having said that, she may just not spawn. So I think she's over here somewhere. And potentially, like I said, she might just not spawn. I think it's just a 40 or 60% chance to spawn. And I forget who it was, but someone said in the comments of the Elite video where we're in this area that she can spawn in Elite, whereas I thought she was an Ultimate only monster. But apparently can spawn in Elite, has the same spawn chance as in Ultimate. And I'm guessing she's not here, or I'm in slightly the wrong place. But yeah, kind of recommend hugging the, yeah, no, she's down here somewhere. Recommend hugging the left side if you don't want to fight her. She can be a little bit rippy, and by a little bit I mean very. But this build should be able to take her pretty easily. Though having said that, it's really easy to talk shit about her when she's not here trying to kill you. Yeah. I'm gonna say she didn't spawn this time. That's fine. Not the end of the world to not have to fight her. There was actually a few suggestions in the 1.2 patch testing forum that they turn her into a Nemesis monster. And, yeah, I could see it. Alright, so here we are. We've made it. We're here, you guys. We've made it all the way to the Necropolis. So we should be able to actually go do that. What are they called? The totem. We'll go to the totem. That should get us to 94. We're pretty close already. And then I'll head back to town. Now, like I said, I've already kind of mathsed out the... it's not even a word, I hate that. I've already done the maths for the Krieg Set, so it should just be a simple matter of putting the gear on, then applying the components from my existing gear and the augments that I've already set aside for it, and that should be enough. However, Grimtools is set to show maximum rolls on gear, I believe. You can change it to show average rolls, which I probably should do. So there may be some minor adjustments needed, but we'll see. So this one is only Forsaken. Should be doable. We've got the Ethereal Vanguards, unfortunately. These guys are a little bit scary, so I am getting ready to run. I'm going to turn the loot off just so I can see what's going on. And I'm going to make sure that I keep Warcry on cooldown. I have my finger on Mark of Torment. You know what, I'm going to use it now. Now that it doesn't matter, I'll go ahead and use it. Okay, and don't stand in the group. So close, and yet so far away. Okay, Fiend Gaze Tome, and Havoc, a gun and a book. What does this one do? Pets, Chaos Book, okay. And, what's that, a physical gun? Okay. Well, I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't get 94 from that, but I mean, we're so close, it's fine. Just run around the corner here and kill a couple other dudes, and that'll be it. The other thing I am noting as well is 3 or 4 attacks to kill a floating eyeball. or a crystal on the floor is, that's a lot. Alright. That's 94. So congratulations. It's time to go get OP. Actually, let's not use that rift. I'm probably going to clear that rift. Ah, whatever. I'll just run it again. It's not that far. I shouldn't need to, though, actually. Okay, first things first, let's empty the bags. And I'm just going to sell these purples. I don't need them. They're not part of any build that I plan on doing anything with, so we can just vendor those. Okay. Now, I am going to... I'm actually going to keep these items. So that chest, that helmet, those boots. No, I'm not going to keep the boots. That said, there's literally no point now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, we're going to melt them to get the components back. There we go. This is what we look like now. Very nice, very nice. I'm going to swap that one in there, put that on there, and we're going to take all of these with us. So like I said, I've already done the maths for this, or I've had grimtools.com do the maths for me. Let's keep that add-on, keep that add-on, keep that add-on. I should have actually made a whole new set of these. Oh, that's fine. Alright, and we're going to keep the item. This one? Yep, yep. Okay, so Soul Shard on there. Let's go ahead and put these. These are Divine Flames from the Kaiman's Chosen. Unfortunately, I was a little short on Elemental Resist, so that's what I'm doing there. This is Mankind's Vigil. We want a little bit of Aether, because we're only just over the cap, but that Chaos is a little bit not great. Having said that, maybe I had really good rolls on these, because when I was doing this, the Pierce was low, Chaos was fine, and Aether was low when I was doing this, so that's fine. Alright, we'll just chuck these on so we can see exactly what's going on. Still got 100% armor absorb, yes. And look at the difference on the armor as well. A chest is up to 3.7k armor. I believe that was like 2.4 previously, so that's a huge increase. All our resistances except for Pierce are actually currently capped. So I'm pretty happy about that. With that said, let's go ahead and put these on anyway. So 5 armor augments, there we go. So 30% there, 50% over there, 46 over, 40 over, 17 over, that's not great, but it's okay. Why is that so low? Okay, 37% over, 37.45, yeah. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now, the other thing to talk about here is the set itself. So on the boots, you get Blitz and Mark of Torment. Those are 2 skills we are using. And 105% phys damage, some life, some move speed, and 4% physical res. Now, from memory, my physical res was about 18%. Something like that. Maybe even 12%. Do I have Grim Tools up? I do. Let's just go back to a previous Grim Tools. Let's see. The level 92 Grim Tools. Here we go. Now, I know you can't see this, but 12% was the old physical resistance, so almost doubled, which is pretty good. On the gloves, Krieg's Fury on attack does physical and aether damage, so it's about... I actually thought it was closer to half, so I guess we have some aether percent now as well. But we have a damage proc there. On the shoulders, Warcry, Spectral Binding, all stuff that we're using. Very nice. On the helmet, when we get hit, we retaliate with physical and aether damage. Again, the physical, I believe on the base item is actually half-half, so we've got more physical percent than we had before. The only downside to Krieg Set, the only downside, is... where is it? Is it the gloves? Yeah. So the gloves will convert the physical damage on Blitz to Aether. So our Blitz now does only Aether damage. Which is not the end of the world, but it's also not great. The other thing to note on the chest, Break Morale, Spectral Wrath. So Break Morale is here. So anything we yell at will have 38 reduced targets physical resistances. And I actually thought that was higher. Anyway, yeah, and so the set bonuses, we've got more physical damage for the 2 set. For the 3 set, we get health and percent offensive ability. And then for our 4 set, we get +1 to all skills. And the 5 set is Krieg's Wrath. So Krieg's Wrath is this. You get to stomp on the floor, it does physical and aether damage, and reduces target's resistances for 3 seconds. So we could remove this. We could remove this as well. Because it's reduced target's resistances, none of this stacks, unfortunately. So whichever one is the higher value will apply. Let's go see how the damage feels now. Now, if you remember, I was saying that it took 4 swings to kill one of those big crystals. So let's see if I can find one of those big crystals. We're still using the same weapon, which is not ideal. Here we go, big crystal, blitz, and 1. So our blitz also just got a ton of damage added to it. So a whole bunch of flat aether damage, all the physical got converted to aether. It's, yeah, it's pretty good. So now we've got a whole bunch of extra damage. We are considerably tankier. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's go finish the game. So we're probably not going to get to 100 today, but we should... Well, let's see how we do for time. 37, so half an hour. I reckon we can kill the Loghorrean in that time. That poison and acid res is actually bad. I'll have to get used to having that extra button for Krieg's stomp there. Now, one thing I will say is once you get to 94, what you can do, and if you want to be super safe, it's probably actually what you should do, is go and farm a whole bunch of totems. Farm totems, farm Warden Krieg, farm Cronley's Lair. All these areas where there are major bosses and lots of totems are areas where you can and should go and farm. And find all the bits, or at least most of the bits, to one of the builds that I will hopefully remember to link in the comments below. And if you have any questions about any of the builds that I link below, that well, hopefully I link below, I hope I won't forget them. If you have any questions about them, how they work, why certain things are in there, let me know. None of the builds will be my builds, so I will also link to the pages for them. But I do understand how they work, so if you have any questions about them, feel free to ask in the comments. Or just go straight to the build creator if you would prefer to do that. But yeah, if you want to be really safe about this, I would say go and farm totems, preferably in the Blood Grove, because you can get a lot of them very quickly. Go and farm the Warden's Laboratory, because you can kill the Warden. He's relatively tame. He also has a totem in his in the Warden's Laboratory. Don't do the ancient one in the area previous. That's silly. But yeah, if you go farm an end game build, then what comes after this will be very, very easy. I'm not going to do that, okay? Because if I did that, there would be no videos for 2 weeks. So I'm just going to continue on with Physical Force Wave using the Krieg set, and I'm gonna hope that I get a better weapon. Well, actually I'm gonna farm for a better weapon. But the other thing is... The other thing is we're going to be going back to normal and doing all of the skeleton key dungeons on normal difficulty. Because there's absolutely no reason to do them on ultimate difficulty. They are considerably harder, there is much more risk. We're just here for the achievements. So the risk-free way of getting those achievements is to just do them on normal difficulty. And then you can come and do them on ultimate after you've got the achievements. Because that's what this whole series was about, was getting the hardcore achievements the safest way possible. Alright, let's have a look at some of these procs. See that lightning wave, or the aether wave, and those spines that came out? So the gloves is Krieg's Fury. That's... See how it's on attack, but it's still going off? That is because of the best buff in the game, Spectral Wrath. So this counts as an attack when it hits back. And then the spines that come out as well, those are from the helmet. Aether spines, yep, when hit, unleash a burst of Aether and Physical. So that one's really good too. Basically, anytime we get hit, we can trigger any of the procs we have because of Spectral Wrath. And like I said, there's a reason why I consider it to be one of the best buffs in the game. It's certainly my favorite. I can't say empirically it's the best. That's an opinion, not a fact statement, but I mean, it's obviously my opinion. Alright, give me a new axe. Oh, that's not an axe, that's a book. Life Blaze Mantle. All this stuff as well, if you're dropping, you know, level 94 legendaries, most of this stuff is not going to be any good to actually use. But you can keep it for your next character. Just, yeah, you will fill up your stash very, very quickly. Alright, let's go ahead and stomp on everyone. Give me an axe. Why does nobody have an axe? When I'm looking for hats, I can't find hats. When I'm looking for chests, I can't find chests. Now that I'm looking for axes, would you believe it? There's no axes. Alright, so this guy's arcane. And we're just going to kill him. Health bar is actually moving. So it's definitely worth getting into the habit now, I think, of using Mark of Torment. Maybe not exactly on cooldown, but pretty much on cooldown. Alright, what did we drop? I'm definitely not seeing anything I care about. Lich Guard is also not great. But, we will eat the recipe for it. Oh, that's the other cool thing about this as well. Listen, listen to this. Can I? Hang on, let me turn the sound up. Master volume. That's maybe a little bit too much. There we go. We'll double what it was. So listen to this. Yeah. Of course it doesn't do it now. Anyway, this has a chance to play one of Krieg's lines. Listen. It's not going to do it. Never mind. You'll just have to listen for it as I play along. But you can hear him say occasionally, he says, "Feel my wrath." Alright, we're done with the... Nah, it's not doing it now. We are done with the blood wagons. Let's go kill the Loghorrean. And by that I mean, let's go back to Fort Ikon. I'm going to empty my bags, and I have a whole bunch of potions that I want to collect. Now, like I said, there is no reason not to use potions on boss fights. I think I said this back with not Craval, it was Thalnosh and what's the other one called? Well, you know what I mean. Darkvale Gate. It is absolutely worth it to use potions. Yes, I'm clearing my rift and I don't care. There is no reason not to use them. They're just going to sit in your inventory, and if you're dead with resist potions in your inventory that you didn't use, that you could have used, you're going to be pretty upset. Or at least I would be. Okay, so we've got 7 royal jellies here. One thing I don't need is Aether Res. I do need Chaos. I do need Vitality. I do need Poison. I don't think I need Fire. But you know what? Maybe. I'll take that anyway. Cold, no. Freeze duration, no. Lightning, I don't think lightning, but I'm going to take that as well. Because like I said, there's no reason not to use it. 30-second duration. Okay, Royal Jelly number 1. Royal Jelly number 2. Let's go get some more.
I do the best I can with what I've got.
So what have we got? We've got ointment and salve. So balm. There we go. Essence. What is this one? Yep, for sure on that one. Extract I think I already had, or is that the mana one? That's the mana one. Okay, and I already have these two. Let's go ahead and get another one of those. Okay, so this is the potions that I'm going to use to fight the Loghorrean. Now, I'm just going to double check and make sure there isn't something that's also worth using. So that's 900 seconds. This is 900 seconds. I'll have one of those. Don't need that. Fire res, cold res, freeze res, royal jelly stuff, spirit bane, no, lightning, poison, and other poison. Okay, I'm going to use all of this
Go on now.
to fight the Loghorrean, because like I said, I don't want to die because I didn't use potions when I had them easily accessible. So what do we got? Elixir of the Ancients, Death Whisper Ointment, Bloodbound Ointment, Venom Guard, Flame Drinker, Royal Jelly Balm, Royal Jelly Essence, Storm Shroud Ointment, Royal Jelly Salve, Royal Jelly Ointment, and Elixir of the Aether. So, up to you if you want to use potions or not. I think you're kind of silly not to for a big boss like this. This is ultimate difficulty, this is hardcore. And the Loghorrean did get buffed not too long ago. So, I think it's worth using them. I think you're actually silly not to use them. It costs you like, what did that take? 2-3 minutes tops? And potentially could save the character. Now, hopefully you won't need them. I honestly, hand on my heart, I hope that was a complete waste of time in crafting materials. I really do. But just like condoms, it's better to have them and not need them than it is to need them and not have them. So, with that little bit of preachiness out of the way, let's go get our secret area loot. And what am I worried about in here? Aside from the Loghorrean, not a huge amount actually, there is the poison worm thing, which I have had issues with, but usually on summoners, because it puts poison everywhere and kills the pets. So I'm not too worried about that for this build. And I guess that just leaves the is it Overlord Thalanus, I think, standing in front of the door to the Loghorrean's chamber. He's the only one that could really cause issues. So that's a double rare, and yeah, that's actually not bad. So could we trade 22% elemental? We could. I think I want that's not even that good. Oh, it's alacrity, that's why. I think I want to go get Soleil Sect legs, maybe. Or we could wait for a purple set to drop and use those for the armor. So being level 94 now, I'm no longer going to restrict myself from using purple items. So if I find a purple item that's really good, I'm going to put it on. Also a good time to point out, if you wanted to, and that's not the worst idea in the world, but I'm not going to bother, but you could go onto the grimtools.com checklist and find all of the exalted stashes all through ultimate, and you can go and pop them all open now. You probably could have done that a couple levels ago, but that's another way to get some gear if you're looking. Honestly, I think the best way to get gear on a fresh character is totems. I don't think there's anything that comes close. Anyone who tells you that Shattered Realm 75 or 76 is the way to go is technically correct, but also a bit of a dick, because this character, and most... No, you know what? Every fresh level 100 character has no hope in hell of doing Shattered Realm 75. It's just not going to happen. To do Shattered Realm 75, you need a build that's complete. You can't do it with a fresh character. It's just not going to happen. And I think Shattered Realm... I think it's 45-ish. Shattered Realm Ultimate 45 is about where you start getting similar results to just farming totems. And the totems are going to be considerably easier. Okay, that is an upgrade. So we are going to go... What do we have on that? Potent Machinist Powder. I can't get another one of those, so I think I have... Well, I can, but I have to go back to normal to get it. Or back to elite, sorry. So that's no good. Keep the add-on there. Superior of Celerity, yep. I am aware that this is not a huge upgrade, but it is an upgrade, so I'm going to take it. And I am aware that I just sold those pants, yes.
See what's left of my wares. See you around.
Okay, let's see what augments I already had. I'm pretty sure I still had one of the weapon augments here. Oh, there we go. Seems past Picus was actually smarter than current Picus. Stockpile a few of them so I don't have to go back. Alright, let's go finish this. We'll see how many dead ends I can find. There's always a couple. Now I think these white guys actually can drop the Obsidian War Cleavers. I think their drop rate is just really low. Previously I had thought that that they couldn't drop them. But I'm pretty sure the first one I got in this series actually came from a white one. So let's go ahead and put more points into Warcry. There you go. If you didn't hear it before now, he just played the Feel My Wrath sound. So go back and listen to that. There it is again. And we've also got a double rare. And just like most double rares, this one is going to be... well, this one's actually not too bad, but it's not something that's amazing. Probably the most notable thing about it is that it's going to sell for a little more iron bits. So damage is definitely improved from the start of the episode, for sure. I would like more, obviously. I was just checking if Force Wave was at 26. Are you guys stuck in the wall? Is that what's going on here? I think they were stuck in the wall. Ah. Successfully found a dead end. So I guess we call that 1. Vanguards to kill all of those. Alright, so we're coming up on the boss. Now I'm going to use my potions before I fight the door boss to the Loghorrean. Because the potions do last for, is it 7.5, 8 minutes or something like that? What is the duration on them? 450 seconds. Yeah, so 5 minutes, 7.5 minutes, yeah. Should have enough time to use them. Kill the guy in front of the door, then go in and kill the Loghorrean as well. Keep in mind, all of our defensive stuff, we kept all of it when we put the Krieg Set on. So, we've still got all the heal procs, all that fun stuff, it's all still there. Right, let's go ahead and drink these. And I wasn't joking when I said I'm throwing everything at this, and I recommend you to as well. Alright, let's go. So, Bloodlord Thalinus here. I think I'm going to probably not use the Krieg Stomp here. What does it actually do again? It's just damage. It is actually pretty good damage though. Alright. So, Loghorrean, here we go. Now, I'm watching for green in his mouth, because he's going to puke on me. There it is, run away. Those little chunks there, they're going to hurt. I'm going to try very hard not to stand there stupid. Okay. There's his first phase. I'm going to kill his friends before I worry about fighting him. And do make sure you dodge all of the goop he's going to spit at you. The reason I stood in that one is because I had Mark of Torment active. If I didn't have Mark of Torment active, I would have tried to dodge the green vomit. So I don't have it active now. I can see his mouth is going green. Let's dodge that as much as I can. Okay, Mark of Torment's up again. I'm just going to use it so we can reflect a lot of that back at him, or cry as much as I can. Okay, starting to collect a decent amount of stuff on the floor. Let's back off. War cry. There's a stomp. And there it is. Congratulations, everybody. That is the achievement for finishing the base game. I think that's Immortal Saviour. Let me just double check that. But yeah, if you've been playing along, then congratulations. Let's just double check. Immortal Saviour. Complete the game on ultimate difficulty in hardcore mode. So like I said, congratulations. You got another achievement done. And I don't know about you guys, but that seemed very doable. I don't think my health bar really moved a huge amount. So yeah, there we go. And it did drop the Dagalon's Destroyer, which would be really nice for the Purifier that it looks like is going to be the next character on the channel. If only I was sharing gear between characters. There we go. Alright, let's get out of here. So we have a potential purple item. Well, no, we have a guaranteed purple item that could potentially be good for turning this quest in. So let's go see what it is. And then after that, I guess we start on Ashes. Here we go. The beast has been banished. What do we get? Korvac's brand. That's really not good for this build. Alright. What do we got? Yep. And now we'll talk to Amala. Okay. And just so everybody can see me vendor this, just so no one thinks I'm saving it to trade with the next character. Not that I think anyone would believe that, but, you know, let's just make sure. Though, to be fair, if I was going to cheat like that, I'd probably just install Grimdawn Stash. Kind of defeats the purpose, so... I don't know, for me it sucks the fun out of the game, so I'm not going to do it, but... Yeah, there we go. Level 95, we have successfully destroyed the Loghorrean, completed the game on ultimate difficulty in hardcore. So, enjoy very much your new achievement. And when we come back, we'll go get a few more of the other ones. We will do Ashes of Malmoth, kill maybe up to... I think I will leave Theoden until we've also gone all the way through to the Tomb of the Eldritch Sun, and then I think I will kill Theoden and Korvac in the same episode, but I think we can do most of the story now. And like I said, if I was doing this not for a video, this is the point. Well, actually, I would get up to Gloomwald, and then I would farm the totems in the Gloomwald and the Decrepit Cellar. Then I would come back to Sora's Bastion to get the Chaos Totem that you can see from this portal. Then I would go to Bloodgrove, do the totems from there up to Darkvale Gate, and I would do that until I had an endgame build. But I'm not going to do that this time. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to call this the end. I'll see you in the next episode, and goodbye for now.